What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. Have for you today Glengoyne Cask Strength Batch 3. This is bottled at 58.2%, as you can see on the label of this 200 milliliter sample that was sent to me from the Ontario rep that deals with Glengoyne. Thank you very much. This one will be one of the last two I need to conclude the entire Glengoyne series. I've done the 12 up to the 25, not including obviously the 10 that's still unopened here, and the cask strength sitting on my desk right now. I still have to open this and give it a shot. I haven't tasted it just yet. Been in the a little busy lately, been trying a bunch of different things. Got a whole bunch upstairs as well that I am sorting through and tasting periodically to see what I'll be doing next. I'm going to be doing, I opened my bottle of Cavalon Sherry Solace, so I'll be doing that shortly, alright? That one's bottled at 57.8%, right? And then I still got to get to my Macallan 12-year-old battle, and it appears as though I might have to do that one by myself because my friend Joe is very busy these days. And I have a whole bunch more to do. Okay, thanks to Spencer Gooderham for doing the interview with me, and he left me a few very nice bottles that I haven't reviewed yet, like the Pike Creek. All right. Also have the Lot 40 to do as well, and a few others. Okay, so it's gonna be a busy couple months. I still have one more from Nicholas, the Highland Park Dark Origins, that still needs to get done. And I have a sample of Barter House 20-year-old as well. I'm gonna mix it into doing bottles and samples because I know some of you guys would prefer to see the bottles on the shelf or on the table. So I will be mixing it up, doing some samples, some bottles. It'll be interesting, I hope, and we'll take it from there. This Glengoyne Cask Strength is one of the only ones that are unchill-filtered. It's unchill-filtered, no added color. Glengoyne doesn't add color to any of their whiskeys. The only other one that's unchill-filtered is the 25-year-old. Alright, that one's bottled at 48%, and I will be re-reviewing that one shortly as well. I haven't gotten to it just yet, but I will. I believe this was taken from sherry casks alone, especially because it's a cask strength, but it's still possible that they mixed a combination of bourbon and sherry together to get this drink. Okay, so bottled at 58.2%, I said that already. Okay, I'm gonna add water, but I'm gonna taste it and nose it without first. Okay, so on the nose. Chocolate, some apple, a little bit of coconut, lots of apple here. So I'm gonna say that there's a good chance that there's some bourbon influence in this as well, bourbon cask influence as well, mixed into the sherry cask. But I could be wrong. If you know better, comment below. Okay, on the palate. Full of flavor. It is hot, but it's sweet. It's got a great mouthfeel. It's really, really nice, and the finish lasts a very long time. You get that apple again, almost like an apple cider in texture as well. It does have some heat to it, which is why you need a little bit of water here. I'm gonna say that this is probably around the same age as a 10-year-old. I haven't tried the 10-year-old yet, but for me, the 12-year-old was very well rounded, very smooth, and bottled at cask strength. I would imagine it would be a little bit less hot than this one. So I'm going to say that this is a bit younger than 12 years old. I'm going to add some water. I know that Macallan's cask strength, the newer ones are roughly around 8, or the newer ones. The last batch, which is not very new at all actually, is bottled and it's around 8 years old. So I'm going to say that this is close to 10, maybe a little bit younger. With a little bit of water, there's a lot more caramel on the nose. I feel like there's a smokiness to it, and it's definitely not peat smoke because Glengoyne never adds peat to their whiskey. But I could be wrong. I don't know how charred the barrels are for aging this whiskey, and if it's a first fill barrel or not, but it could be a first fill and well charred sherry cask that I'm smelling here. It's like a buttery note to it. A little bit of like a cereal grain note to it as well. The water actually improves the mouthfeel. It's more buttery. It's super sweet. This is a really sweet dram. Some apple, some fudge, and like caramel. I highly recommend you take some time with this one because every sip gets better and better. Every sip is improving. It's really sweet. Very nice whiskey. I regret not buying a bottle when I had the chance last year, and it went really quickly, and it hasn't come back. And this is the batch 3. It says on the bottle 18, 12, 15. So the 18th of December 2015, that's when the Glengoyne rep got this, I'm assuming, or when it was bottled at least, and it's been sold out long since then. They might be on batch 4 now, I'm not 100% sure, but the next time it's released, I'm definitely going to buy a bottle. It's one of those ones where it'd be very interesting to follow batch to batch because every batch, from what I read, is very different. Tastes very different. Okay, so one more sip and I'll give this a mark. Definitely a buttery note. Really sweet. Like I said earlier, fudge, caramel, some apple, and that touch of coconut as well. This is a really nice dram. I'm gonna give this one an A. It's really good stuff. I don't think I've disliked any Glengoynes, and I highly doubt that I'll dislike the 10. I'm actually really excited to open this one up. They're an awesome brand. They're one of my favorites. I've done almost everything they have except the ones that are exclusive to the distillery. I can't say enough about Glengoyne. They're really good. Okay, so I highly recommend, if you get a chance, if it's available anywhere around you, pick it up. I want to give a huge shout out to my subscribers in California, Texas, and New York. And I mentioned those three in particular because based on my demographics and my analytics, California, Texas, and New York have been a huge percentage of my viewership. So I thank you guys very much. I really, really appreciate it. The United States as a whole is 40% of my viewership. Canada is 20%. It's a much smaller country by population, so I totally get why that would happen. And I mean, the rest of the world is 40%, so this is not a local thing, and I really, really appreciate all my subscribers. You guys have been awesome. I hope you enjoy the interview series that I've been doing with the ambassadors. Please write some comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot. I hope you guys are too. All right. I really wanted to show you a hat, but unfortunately I sold out of my first batch. I will be getting a whole bunch more. I saw the proof for the black hats with the white 6, and they look, in my opinion, they're awesome. But obviously I'm a little biased, so have a look when I post them on Instagram and Facebook, and then you guys can judge for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna be charging about 35 bucks for the hat. They cost quite a bit to make. They're new era hats. They're both the fitted and the snapbacks. Okay, so unfortunately I have to charge. That's 35 Canadian. So for US viewers, that's a lot less. But I have to charge that because they cost me so much to make. All right. Anyway, that's an A. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Cheers.